too bad that was a really good part of the fucking last video about something I'm best in, but I'm never best in anything. Second in coming in second, fucking class all the time. But what I'm kind of best at more than anything, well, not best. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not really the best at. What the fuck does that mean? Best foods and the food I feed you. Um, it's what you take in. It's what your eyes take in. It's what you consume. These words I speak to you are spirit and life. And they didn't understand it because it said, you lest eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you shall have no life in you. I say, whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood shall have life in you, and I will raise you in the last days. What does that mean? I don't know. That's just not even where I started this thing. I was thinking of Russia. No, I wasn't thinking of Russia. God damn it. China and India. And that there's like a couple girls over there. Remind me of China and India. Now that I think about it, reminds me of those two girls in the AWOL Nation video where they're fighting over a hose. And China's, I kind of pay attention more to China. I watch the China people, watch the different views on it. It's huge. It's amazing. The good aspects, and who knows about the bad aspects of the Falun Gong and harvesting of body parts, and New Delhi and delicatessens of psychedelics and modern warfare and drugs. But I was thinking about China and India, how they go over there and fight with sticks and shit. Because they already know, dude. Do you get what I'm saying? You guys go over there and you have your little fucking proxy wars, your little sacrificial whatevers, as your people starve. Or they have cows walking down the street. You can't eat a cow or some shit like that in India. I don't know if that's even true. And then sacrifice. And one day I'll be able to explain to you about what my take on sacrifices of the the beings in this place, because it does consume itself, and that in reincarnation and time and space and localization of consciousness, and if that's even possible out of the body, what happens to the person and the identity of that id that comes out of the body, and when it leaves the body, where does it go, and does it maintain any kind of information, and if it does on the outside, how does it reconnect back to the 3D of this place? Is there some kind of genetic connection between this and the ether? As you guys sit over there and fuck around, and and this is more consolation to India, because I'm not your new hope. That was Wayne Cordero in Christianity and the teachings of Jesus Christ. That was the new hope for the world. That was the Faith Center and all those kids that I know that are all fucked up on drugs. Followers, real followers that believe in shit. And I headbutted a few of those guys. I fought a few of them. I punched a few. Okay, those guys from the Faith Center. Well, that was all of those guys that went over there next to the Faith Center on, was it 18th over there next to the fucking National Guard thing, where I painted a black cube. And then I used to hang out at the park over there and feed the ravens and shit. That was those guys, something like that. They were over in that area. That's over there by Albertsons, and then the Frisbee golf place. And then I would say that I would like to take the Frisbee golf place that we have here, a big old piece of land, and turn it into the tiny house rehabilitation place. But we can't do that right now because we still have the Oregon and the stealing of people and treating them like bottles of wine on a farm. And it has to do with not just you, India and China. It has to do with the Vatican and the OIR, Vatican banking and bloodlines of Euro peons, a lot of European blood over here, kind of localized and brought in through some kind of mechanism. I'm not sure exactly where that fucking octopus fucking originated at, but it has built itself upon itself constantly. And then when you can see it, that's what I'm saying. It's not you per se, India. I mean, you're very crafty people, just like I would say about the South Americans and how they built, or anybody other, or the Germans that have their like the machining. I don't know. You get all so worried about the racism thing or whatever. You get so worried about all these different things like it's racist, In the Secret Doctrine, it would talk about all the different things. And that's what the Secret Doctrine redefined is supposed to be about, man. So it's not so secret. So it's not so manipulated and used against itself. As you guys got, you're over there fighting on border wars, and I guess India come out with a new hypersonic missile or something. Oh, and in the headlines, China gets a punch in the face because India's got a new hypersonic missile. Dude, give me a break, dude. I hear China's population is down. It used to be almost 2 billion. It's like 1.4, 1.5 billion right now. I'm not sure if that has to do with the numbers of the Northreño, Sereno kind of fucking, gang war, world war, uh, prison planet, fucking L. Ron Hubbard and neurons of fucking Macron and the French Illuminati compared to the Bavarian Illuminati and the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers of the R&R. Fucking dude, remember when I did that? I can't remember it now, dude. What is R? R's 18, right? And then you got an X and an R, 18XR. Oh fucking, what is X? What is X? What is X? 24, 24. Oh God, when you start doing that railroad crossings and shit, and the trains, and they're still training. They would consider this training, this 2 Live Crew, and that shit, dude. So when India and China, let alone Russia, beating the fuck out of Ukraine, because well, I did consecrate Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. That's when I was dealing with all those. I didn't know how devious. I didn't know how bad those. I didn't know how bad it was. I kind of had an idea. I didn't know how bad those motherfuckers really were. I mean, I could see it. They fucking baptized me and my kids, by a guy named Christopher Hunter, the Society of St. Pius X. That's what I'm saying. So, and we're playing, and that's St. Thomas Becket and like Becket rating card, like sports cards. And I used to go to the thing. I said it would be so cool if we had the Saints because I was collecting sports cards at the time, right? And I think out of the box, into the box. I said it'd be cool if we had these trading cards with the fucking Saints, and we could even use relics of Saints. We can make so much money doing that shit. Just making money for the church, dude. I had no fucking idea that I would be on one of those cards, or I'd be a Call of Duty fucking character and have guns named after me, or just to inspire the spit. These words I speak to your spirit and life. I don't want you to fucking eat me though. You dumb motherfuckers. It's what you take in. It's the food you're taking in. It's the spirit you're taking in. Besides, you fucking confused everything together in your, well, they still want red heifer fucking sacrifice, fucking blood sacrifice at fucking in Israel after all this time. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why I'm kind of good at what I do, because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can see that it's wrong, that it doesn't work, that you're perpetuating. It's fucking Tacitus and Simpson and tatters and prostitution, slavery, abortion, murder, disguised as the way it's supposed to be. And it's not. I'm not supposed to, this is not, I mean, it's happening right now. That's that deterministic shit. I don't want to get fucking chase my tail too much when I start doing this shit with you motherfuckers. I remember Sunny, Buddha, Taj, Raj, and Doug. I remember the rectangles at the Arco. I haven't forgot anything. And you guys seem to drink that fucking water. What is that fucking Blaine by fucking, who are those guys? What are they called? There's something about French Revolution. What, Bastille, Batman. Fucking drinking that water still. And then fucking waking up, fucking wanting to shoot the guy next to you, which is in, fuck you, Cliff High. You know about the fucking Ragnarok, Kali Yuga, and all that other shit. The Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Philip, all these things that make you 21 fucking pilots. And what is 21? But you at 9/11. You do these things to your own destruction. And I throw in some coffee cups, I punch some motherfuckers, and I'm telling you, it's in the teachings of Jesus Christ, the true teachings of him. If this place wants to evolve, and not talking the Christ of the anointing. I'm not talking about that, man. I'm not talking about that fucking. I mean, there's something about the mystical body of Christ, but you got to understand the differences, and you can. It's in and out. It's fucking. It can be more. It's very prevalent to pull you to the lowest common denominator. Your lower, you know, like I do all the time. But I know what the fuck. Not that I know what I'm doing. It's like in this song "Dark" by Breaking Benjamin. It talks about the three basic emotions, you know, and what the symptoms of them are, and how they're arrived at. And they kind of, as they studied us, this is the biggest human experiment ever gone awry of the Catcher in the Rye. India, China, Russia, and we know when the Ukraine thing, that's where Maria Baramovich was going to set up a school, dude. That's not acceptable. That girl did, or that woman that knew Ghislaine Maxwell, which is sponsored by Bill Gates, did performance art of abortions of people, of herself. Aborting a child inside of her was performance art to that wicked, whatever the fuck it is. I would never support that. How could I? I'd have to call it for what I see it is. Disgusting fucking Hollywood, Bollywood, disgusting fucking magic. And I just won't reconcile to Modi, the sad guru, and blow up dolls. And motherfuckers that act like they're holy men when they're not. I'll call them for what they are, describe them for what they are, expose them for the crimes they commit so they can pay the consequences for the crimes they've done. I don't know what else fucking I can tell you, motherfuckers. So put down your arms. I don't know. Get your arms cut off, maybe. But that's just kind of the business. When you're playing Mike and Bob and Matt, and use a doormat, and use up on the fucking stage, or you're bobbing in the pool, and you learn to swim, and all the other shit that backs it up. So I'm telling fucking India, dude. I think you should already know, dude. The new hope is not with you and COP28 and building your fucking big old temple in Dubai and building some fucking casino in the desert because you fucking stole a bunch of resources from somewhere else. All those resources come from somewhere. And when they're not going to where they fucking belong, if you're taking them from one place and putting them another and they're fucking enslaving people to do it, well, that shows you exactly what you are. And that is not acceptable to me now. So this is why I'm saying this is what I'm best at. Exposing it. It's like in the gospel, no, the Apocrypha and Peter. Your guys are fighting amongst yourselves so much. I love that thing. What they've done to the little ones. It's the sisterhood. It's the brotherhood. It's nothing that what you guys are. The Mitches and the witches and the ditches and the snitches and the hoes. And it's not that you have to be that way. You can change your mind. You can change your ways, but there's going to be certain things that have to be done. And as it is right now, they're just doing what they do, what the machine will do, what the fucking defense mechanisms are. So I'm just telling you that I'm not putting my faith in some Bhagavad Gita fucking that have been trying to destroy my race and my people. And I see the United States of America turn its because, like I said, it's an open society. It was fucking vulnerable from the beginning because of freedom of speech. Well, then there was other people that did stuff in secret, and they used the freedom of speech, came up with their own speech. They come up with their own. It's the agapic thing. It's two languages. I can speak to you if I'm speaking to 3 or 4 people, and they know the language, and the other person doesn't know it. We can have that other person completely do something. Well, that's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into that. So you guys get your sticks and fucking stones out over there, I guess. Keep fucking around because that's what you're going to be playing with. And we'll be cool here. I'm set it up.